Hey there, Boytask here, and as you obviously can see, it's time for another twisting, confusing episode of Stanley Parable. So bend your mind over and pull down your trousers, because you're gonna get mindfucked. Let's go! So last time it was fucking confusing. And before that I hoped that I get more information and it will be more clear. This time I will hope it's getting more confusing. I bet now I get now a better result. Cause maybe with this way of
All
thinking
of his co-workers were gone.
I
What did it mean?
find
Stanley
something.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Or so on.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hey, the phone is not ringing. I want the phone to be ringing. No. Not like that. Eh! Don't close. So, we decide to just go on. No! You stupid door! So, I guess I still will take the
Stanley
right,
came to
the
a set
right,
of
the
two
right
open
door.
doors. He entered. This
Because
was
we
not
still-
the correct way
we
to the
still
meeting room,
not,
and Stanley knew it perfectly
Checked out
well.
everything there.
Perhaps he
There
wanted
was
to stop
still
by
something.
the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope. I won't admire it.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But
It
eager
sucks.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, let's do this.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Where the hell am I now? What is this here? Oh, this door is closed. I got back on track. So this is like the track or what? No. Is there somebody? No. Of course not. I got back on track, yeah? Is that...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do I? Meeting schedule. Floor 4XX. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. There is a whiteboard manager? Really? Whiteboard manager, I want to alter it. What? Not cost efficient. What? Who moved my desk? Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Well, okay. Do I have something interesting here? Number of slides. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. What? Crazy graphs per slide. Oh wow, so a presentation about presentations. I wonder what kind of work I'm doing. Hey! It's not nice. Broom closet. I could go there, or I could go into the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Well, only because you are
It
mentioning
was
again.
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Doing sweet FA. Well,
Are you really still in the broom closet?
yes.
Standing around doing nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Well, you know, there is some duct tape here, and I like duct tape. So I guess.
You realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. but it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Well, it's
I
called
never
broom
even thought
closet,
to mention it.
but I just see one broom here and a lot of other things, so probably...
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
The broom closet ending is my favorite. Yes, yes,
Stanley
I like
was fat
that
and
broom.
ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What the fuck? Are you
I've
getting
come to a very definite
personal now?
conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
What the fuck?
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
What? You mean you talk to me? I don't know. When I have done what? Changing like I'm dead or what? No, I'm not dead. I'm still here. Mr. Speaker, I'm here. Hello. Is there still somebody? No? Okay, let's go.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
You sure? Wait. Let's convince you that I can.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Huh? What? Somehow I like this broom closet. It's something special here. I think, I don't know, maybe it's the lighting or this broom, this one broom. That's so much metaphorical stuff inside here. I don't know. I think this room is the most important room of all the weird rooms here, I guess. You know? Okay, you don't want to talk anymore to me?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Sure. Let's walk upstairs. Wait, upstairs. It was down, right? Upstairs means going down the stairs. As far as I understood. Fire hose. Oh, there's the car. Can I take...
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Like?
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
But
now
no,
the voice
you're
was
not.
describing itself being considered by Stanley,
No, I
who
want to.
found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Don't close.
Hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Okay.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
No, please no.
It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
What's going on? I'm still here. Beautiful. Somehow
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Oh
I
my
am
God.
sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Wow.
She had no time for this. So it was
So
only
much
a
business.
moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she
Great.
turned and ran.
Maybe you call the police or something. Or you will be the next. Awesome, this ending was the best. So I went crazy and died? That's the ending? Awesome. Okay. So what
All of his co-workers were gone.
I don't know.
What could it mean? Stanley decided
So
to
if
go to the
they
meeting
if
room.
if this
Perhaps
guy
he'd simply
is telling me
misremembered.
I went back on track by using this left corridor there, I first checked on
Stanley
this
came
story
to a
here.
set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Okay, so let's hear something interesting. Or do I again come into the meeting room?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive, aggressively, and order coworkers. Recent coworkers for what? What? Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel. Everyone is unique. You must of all. Right, whatever. Broom closet. Good. What?
Coming to a staircase,
I don't know. Let's go
Stanley
upstairs.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh, fancy. Executive bathroom. No. What? Executive? What the fuck? Hello, secretary. Can you say if my boss is somewhere here? No, nobody here. What the shit?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Couldn't possibly. Oh. Let's put in the wrong number.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely.
2845?
2845.
Really? I don't know. Wait. 2845. Oh, somehow I cannot find the right numbers. Come on, give me something. Don't want to give in to put in the right numbers.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and
What?
the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo? The fuck? That's so stupid. Okay, what do we have here? What is this? What is all of this? Why he has a special room, this boss of mine? Why the hell he has that? Oh fuck, what is this? Let's go into the dark. Let's descend into the dark. Or instant, or I don't know. There's nothing. Oh, come on, I just have this one way.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What the fuck? Where the hell am I? Is this the super
Stanley
basement?
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
If light is on, call X914 immediately. Alright, light is on. Escape Mind Control Center, a facility.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Violent? Well, I don't believe you.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Sure.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. I don't believe you. You're talking bullshit. Let's see how violently I'm dying. Yeah! Well, maybe death is an escape. You thought about this? What the shit?
The machine whirred into motion, and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise. It reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this final to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, come on, this is not nice.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Alright. What are you fucking around with me? What is that? Bullshit. Okay, I just go on, I don't care.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Why the narrator changed? Why suddenly the narrator changed? That makes no sense. Where is the other narrator? Why he cried? I don't get it. What the fuck? It doesn't look like as if I would restart the shit.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
No, I don't see that. Really, I don't. What the fuck? I don't. What is this? This is a museum? Obvious layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. Beautiful. Wow, it's not very big. Corridor. The pacing of the opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. The two doors. The set of two doors. Wow. What is that? Fling cabinets. Awesome. Oh, and all the beautiful pictures. Nature paintings. What do we have here? The office. Button sounds. Awesome. That's awesome. That's so much awesomeness here. Office computers. I can switch them off and switch them off. Can I switch them on again? Of course not. Credits. Okay. Cool. Left, right. Let's get left. The office. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Wow. What? Green light. In September 2012, we submitted the standing parameter to green light. Sweet! Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. Oh, nice. Really? Cool. Cool. And is there still this ending? Comes Sentinel would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting the build that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Oh. I would like this ending. From James Irvine. How is the games? How's the game going? I hope it's the first one. From a cool man. Narrator emails. After the second trailer, we sent out blah 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 blah. Blop 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 blop. The office. The lounge. What's that? Wow. Apartment timer. I thought it's over. The cargo lift. Oh, this looks different. The same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Cargo lift version 2 or what? Well, alright. One option, then two options. Maintenance layout. La 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 la. The game is now paused. Game again. Resume the game. Options. Return to menu. Escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Sending levers. What the fuck? Trailers. Run for major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. Okay. What the fuck? This is a trailer? Okay. Well. Monitor from elevator. Countdown room. What? Well, is this now the final ending and there's things I shouldn't see right now? What the fuck? Countdown desk. I don't know the countdown ending. Okay, this is like they're revealing everything here. Mind control facility. Escape. Narration outtakes. Alright. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending. What freedom ending? I don't know. Any freedom or countdown endings. Exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
What? Who are you talking about? Why two? I'm alone. There are no two here.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No, I cannot see anything.
No,
It's dark.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
But what?
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way. To beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Ow! I should have chosen quit, I would say. Right? What the fuck?
All of his co-workers were gone.
The
What
game
could he do?
changed.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any
The
way.
game changed now totally? What the fuck? They just changed the game. Why not? Yes, makes sense. Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Hi, whiteboard ending. Let's end ourselves. Are you fucking kidding me? The whiteboard ending? Hi, whiteboard ending. That's so much bullshit. Okay. I don't know. The game changed now, so I guess we will go on next time. Yeah, so as it seems, my intention of getting more clear answers by trying to say I hope I get more confused was not working. I'm still confused. So we will see that next time, maybe what's wrong here. Maybe this is something different now. Or maybe not. Anyway, thanks for watching. And don't get crazy. Don't get crazy. Stay normal. So then, see you next time. Your White Dusk. Bye bye.